Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here. Welcome back to another episode of this PES 2021 Master League Series here with Spurs. Today we're going to take on West Brom, Newcastle and Watford. So 3 winnable games for us, which you know means we won't win them all. But we do have some negotiations to look at to kick off the episode. Obviously, the transfer window will open in this episode. The only deal I will be making in this episode, though, is the Max Aaron's deal. And then I think the rest is up for debate what we do. But I'm feeling like we keep the core of the team together for this season. I don't see any reason in wrecking the team spirit too much, because I genuinely think the way we've been playing recently, we could be on to a very good season. But apparently we have some negotiations to deal with here. I don't know who it is for. It is for Douglas Costa, and it's to Manchester United for 20 million. Now, Douglas Costa is someone who's definitely been on the chopping block. We've been undecided whether we're going to let him go or keep him. But I certainly will not be selling him if we did choose to sell him, although he had a great episode yesterday, or the day before, whenever this comes out. But we won't be selling him. Definitely not to Manchester United anyway. If we did sell him, it wouldn't be to Man U. The squad for the West Brom game will be this. And it's a pretty strong squad. We've rotated a little bit because I think this is the kind of game you want to rotate, and giving Gedson the game, giving Skip the game. Skip's been growing pretty well at the moment. Tandanga as well. We've got Foyth there at right back. We're going to give him a try at right back. I don't know how good he's going to be, but I think it's an option. We can use him for now. He's good rotation. Well, that's the West Brom lineup. I mean, I feel comfortable. They've got Charlie Austin up top as well. I feel comfortable in this one. We should be able to deal with them. Well, another snowy day of football here as we take on West Bromwich Albion. They are the home side. I am looking at some other mods. I've mentioned it before. I'm looking at turf and stadium mods, but I'm not fully sure on how to input them yet. So you guys probably won't see that take. Will come into the game for a little bit for us while I'm trying to figure it out, while I'm looking at different stuff. I don't know if this will be a bit of a kit clash, actually. I don't think it should be, because theirs is fairly blue. But yeah, also the title update, I believe, has happened. Updated squads and everything like that has gone on. So that's always good to see from the game and the developers. We've seen that happen. I had to do that before we started the game. Was it today or yesterday that it happened? I can't remember. It might have been the day that this comes out. It might have been the day after. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, the title update is live. We'll see if it's any good. I think they've added a few new managers as well. So when we do the next career mode, there's going to be some different managers for us to try out, I suppose. And different managers to use as I win the ball back there is Sessegnon, Douglas Costa. So we know had a great episode yesterday. Lucas Moura now, he had a good episode too. We'll play that across and get some slips. Maybe that's the weather. This is coming down. It's absolutely coming down. And we'll be able to see what we could do. Now, I'll loft that one in towards Sessegnon. And it's not an easy one for him. But yeah, the weather's coming down quite heavily here. It's snow. But you can see on the turf that the ball's having a few issues there. And Gedson slipped. I'm wondering if that's due to the weather. Foy found Harry Kane. Harry Kane's found himself back on the ball. Harry Kane, surely. 1-0 Tottenham. You know you can't let him be in that position. You know by this time you cannot let Mr. Harry Kane be in that position. The captain slots it in again. 1-0 here. And it was good play. Kane played it back to Douglas. And Douglas made the play straight back onto Harry Kane. And I knew once I was in that position. 1-0 quite comfortably. Well, we've got the ball clear now with Sessegnon. They're going to stand off him. I knew they were going to stand off him. I tried to play it to Douglas Costa. Wasn't the greatest of balls. The game's been pretty stale. We've dominated. I've given them a lot of possession, to be fair, and sat back. You guys know already that we play so well on the counter. We play so well on the counter that there is no need for us to rush forward. There's no need for us to push the pace too much, because I don't mind now. We're 1-0 up. I don't mind trying to hit them on the break while they try and push forward, which is exactly what we're going to try and do here as I try to play it down to Douglas Costa, who will get to it. And if he can play the pass, it's an overhit pass in the end. Unlucky. You know what he was trying to do there? Obviously trying to find Harry Kane for his second goal of the game. I think Harry Kane could easily win top goal scorer this season if he keeps playing the way he is. And that'd be exciting to see, because I think Aubameyang won it last year. Although it must be close again, because Aubameyang is playing at Arsenal, isn't he? Obviously, and Arsenal are top of the league, so I imagine he's got himself a few goals. Oh, Harry Kane knows that Lucas Moura is clean in. Lucas Moura, 2-0. Happy days. Tottenham 2-0 here and comfortable against West Brom, as it should be, really. It should be comfortable against West Brom, this kind of game. And it's just been made a lot easier now. Harry Kane with an assist as well to his name in this one. And Moura will make it 2-0. Well, they've got a decent position here for Pereira. Oh, I'd have preferred he held that, but it's a good save nonetheless. Good save nonetheless, because that would have put West Brom right back in it. A good spell of possession for them there, but oh, look at this space. Look at this space. This is disgusting how much space he's given us. Moura for free. And it is free. And it is Lucas Moura. And I mentioned it. I said I'll happily, absolutely happily play on the counter for the rest of this game. And that's exactly what we've done there. Sessegnon gets it clear. Plays in Lucas Moura, and it is such a neat and tidy finish from him, but a very easy one for him to do, to be honest with you. It's just a nice little touch past the keeper, and there we go. 3-0, game over, really. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3-0 at half-time, and very much a comfortable game so far for Tottenham here. We will not take our foot off the pedal, that's for sure, but it's been easy. They've been easy to counter. Rayleigh getting the early goal. Let us play our game. As you can see there, we've only played 47 successful passes, but it's all we need. Very quick play, up to the net, and in the back of it every time. Sessegnon there is going to find Lucas Moura for his hat-trick. Oh, Harry Kane slipped. He slipped as that ball bounced off the turf. It's nice to see players slipping, though, in this weather. That's cool, man. That's such a cool animation that they do that, but I thought I saw a hat-trick for Moura, but you can see there, Kane slips as he tries to turn back. Unlucky. Which certainly makes sense at this stage to make that substitution. And it will be Harry Kane coming off the pitch for Troy Parrott, the man we've got there. Let's see what he could do with it. He's going to be backing off. And luckily he can't get to it. But yeah, why not make the substitution? There's no need for him still to be on the pitch. And that's a terrible ball there from Gedson. We're going to have to be on the defensive here. Let's not concede. I'd love a clean sheet. We've not had many of them this season, have we? So it'd be nice to get one in this game. But it's kind of business as usual for Tottenham here. We've been on great form recently. And it seems to be a continuation of that great form that we're seeing in this one. Both men go down there. And, you know, I'm happy to see it. I'm very happy to see it because at the early stages of the season, it didn't look like we were going to be capable of getting too many good results, especially when we lost to Villa. I remember that moment. I felt for a slight moment that we weren't going to be good enough this season. And Douglas Costa, if he'd have got that ball through, surely would have played in Lucas Moura. I didn't know we were going to have a good season. I think we all felt that way, surely. If you were watching the series at the start, you must have thought, oh, this could be a rough season for them. But the way we've turned it around has been superb. And the football we're playing as well has been superb. And it's interesting to see. I'm tempted at some stage to up the difficulty again. But at this moment in time, I'm enjoying the way the game is. If it starts to get a bit ridiculous, I will up it. But I'm still finding teams difficult. Like West Brom have dominated possession in this. We just haven't let them get anything in the final third. And they've played some misplaced passes. But I'm not expecting West Brom to be a powerhouse. Well, as the game's got a little bit stale now in the later stages, we're going to bring on Son and we're going to bring on Boadu and see if they could just spice up the front line a little bit. It's been very much a midfield battle for the majority of this game now, and it'd be nice to see if they can come on and just have a little bit more of an impact. But to be honest with you, at this stage, I'm kind of happy with what we've got. In fact, I'm very happy with what we've got. And if it stays this result, I've got no complaints whatsoever. Well, free kick now for West Brom and free kick for West Brom here, a rare occasion they can whip the ball in, and they will whip it in. And he finds Mendes Lang, Kieran Gibbs, see what they could do. Matías Pereira, someone who I wouldn't actually mind looking at some stage. Probably not in this save, but in the save we do after this. I haven't decided on who we're doing after this. I quite like doing foreign teams, I'm not going to lie. I don't tend to spend too much time in England, but I think people would probably prefer to see a lower league team in England and us kind of rebuild in the Premiership potentially. So maybe that'll be the option we go at. Let's cost it out. Boadu. Parrott to turn and shoot! And Troy Parrott gets himself on the score sheet. And that is 4-0. And a nice one there for Troy. Is he the future of Tottenham? We don't know that yet. We really don't know that yet. It's far too early days for him. But this is a good goal from him. This is a very good goal from him. Nice turn. A little bit Harry Kane-esque with the turn. A beautiful finish. Oh, Boadu's found Troy Parrott again here. Could Troy do? He's going to pull it down to the corner. He's done really well to keep it. He'll whip that one across towards Douglas Costa. He just couldn't find him in the end, unfortunately. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A nice, comfortable 4-0 victory out in the snow today for Tottenham. Lucas Moura with a double as well, which is nice to see. Harry Kane and Troy Parrott on the score sheet as well. And we just too much to handle for West Brom. Right back into it with the second game of this episode. And this will be the squad that we're going to play against Newcastle. I'm excited to see how we get on. To be honest with you, they don't look like they've improved much at all. Newcastle's team looks very, very weak. They've got Rafa Mir, but Newcastle's team looks very, very weak. I think we should be in for not an easy game, but a fairly easy game. The fact that they're not playing Longstaff as well kind of plays into our hands. Yeah, very strange. Very weak Newcastle side. Obviously, they lost St. Maximin. They've still got Almiron in there whose pacey could cause us problems, but I think this could be quite comfortable. Well, there we are. St. James's Park to take on Newcastle United. A weak Newcastle United, you would say. We're in our yellow strip again for this one today. Harry Kane, the captain, as per usual. Very strong lineup from us again. It's difficult now not to pick a strong lineup, to be honest with you. Dybala is not playing in this one. We're sticking with Lucas Moura just purely because of the form the man is on. And I'm excited to see how he gets on. It's so good that we kept him. And it's nice to see how many players we have in different positions. We're going to get an early breakaway. Here we are with Gareth Bale. He's going to play it to Harry Kane. Harry Kane, you know, will find Lucas Moura. Great footwork from Lucas Moura again there. Can he do? He's going to look to drill it in towards Harry Kane for 1-0. For 1-0. And it's Tottenham 1-0 up already. And maybe we do need to up the difficulty now. We'll see. I think maybe for the final game, we'll go up a difficulty level. I'm feeling more confident with the game. I'm certainly getting better and improving over time of playing the game. You know, I'm 50 plus hours in at this stage and absolutely loving every minute of it. And I'm glad you guys are along with me for the journey of PES this year. And I'm firmly enjoying this game. I love FIFA as well this year. It's far improved in my opinion. So I'm enjoying the series we're doing on FIFA, but I do love PES, and I'm looking forward to bringing you guys more series on PES and maybe establishing myself as one of the guys that, you know, you can come to for, you know, half-decent Master League content is how I would like to sell myself. But yeah, I would love to progress and do more PES stuff. I'm massively enjoying this game, and I think there's a lot of people put off because of licensing and stuff, and if you are put off because of that, really do not let yourself get put off. Through to Harry Kane again. Son will get it though. Oh, we're nearly 2-0 already. We're nearly 2-0 already. And I did mention that Newcastle looked really weak and extremely poor. And it feels like that the way we're playing against them. But yeah, I'd love to start to get known a little bit for somewhere to go for Master League content as Harry Kane goes close there. You've got to turn and shoot with Harry Kane. You've got to turn and shoot with him. And yeah, you know, I'm just glad you guys are along for the ride. Well, they're going to chase Moura, but he's got way too much space. I'll play it into Harry Kane. Oh, I'm going to look over the top to Lucas Moura. Oh, if he'd have got to that, that would have been a superb goal. Oh, he was so close, wasn't he? He was so close. They closed down well in the end. I've got to remember it's still only 1-0. And it won't take too much. Go on, Lucas. Go on, Lucas. Let's play that one wide to him. Oh, will he get to it? Dumb it is in there. But we're just going to get the ball back there. We are just going to get the ball back. And I will look to fire that one in towards to G. Bale. He'll turn and Shah is there. And we've got it back again. Look at this. Look at this sustained pressure. Absolutely. Son. No, we'll go Davis and then we'll go Son, who will try and play it ridiculously. And that's my own fault. Overplaying the ball can happen in PES for sure. Well, they're trying to put some pressure on now in Newcastle, but we'll win it back there with Harry Winks quite comfortably. And I've got runners now. I've got willing runners, and I'm going to find one. It's a terrible ball there from Winks. I don't know what he's trying to achieve. Absolutely awful. He's ruined the run, really. All he had to do was just knock the ball on nicely, and he just couldn't seem to do it. Gareth Bale now. I'll play that one wide to Doherty. He's going to look to play it inside to Lucas Moura. Nice footwork from Lucas. What could Bale do now? I will try and charge down the wing and whip it across towards Harry Kane, but unfortunately it wasn't the greatest of crosses. Well, free kick to Newcastle now. Fairly decent position for Bentaleb to whip this one in. He's a tall player though, is Bentaleb, so you would have imagined that he would have been better off on the other side. Now the problem is here is what do we do with Lucas Moura? He does go past his man and is fouled. I thought he might have gone through there as well if we'd have got past him. But we'll take the free kick from this position, and you know exactly what's coming here. You know exactly what's coming. An absolute, clinically terrible free kick from Yorkie. Here we go. Gareth Bale. I'm going to hit this one all kinds of wrong. I know that already. Gareth Bale. Straight at the kick. I mean, it's on target. It's on target. We don't often get them on target. I'm going to take that as a win all day long. Lucas Moura again now. Dangerous position for him. Oh, looks to play it on towards Harry Kane, but just couldn't find him. He's causing all the problems at the moment. He's got such good dribbling and tricky footwork that he's causing that back line so many issues. Every time he gets on the ball, you can see fear in the eyes of that midfield and that defence, to be fair. Harry Kane now is going to be played through. What a beautiful ball to play through, Harry Kane. The keeper's coming out. It won't do anything for them. It will not do anything for them. Harry Kane getting himself another goal here. And that's 2 for Harry Kane in this game and 3 in the episode so far. And that's a better ball from Winks. That is a superb ball from Winks. The keeper was coming. I contemplated the chip, but I'm very confident with Harry Kane that he's going to slam it home regardless. Davis now. I'm going to look to fire this one in early. Oh, if that had found Gareth Bale, that would have been a dangerous position, but they're going to stand off. Son! Well hit. Well hit. He went for the spectacular, but why not at 2-0 up? Why not at 2-0 up? That was a fantastic save there. And I suppose the big question is for you guys as well. Do you think we should up the difficulty? You think maybe we should step up the difficulty level a little bit? Harry Kane will reach that one. Doherty. I need a man on side, really. Davis for the spectacular. Will it land towards Harry Kane? Unfortunately, it won't. But yeah, do you think we should knock up the difficulty, or are you actually enjoying the games and the gameplay that you're seeing? Hasn't been completely smooth running, and we are playing smaller teams and easier teams that really we should be beating at this moment in time. But that'll be half-time and 2-0 to the good for Tottenham. Harry Kane with 2, and we've been absolutely dominant. Lucas Moura now is going to look to try and find Harry Kane, who he does find. What can Harry Kane do? He's got such good close control. Bale! Offside. Unfortunately, he's offside. But again, another bright start to the second half. He's a mile offside as well. I shouldn't have played that. I don't know why I did. A mile offside as well. So now we'll find Lucas Moura, who's dangerous on the ball. Look at that. John Joe Shelby's getting to him as quickly as possible now after the way the game has gone. And they close down Bale there, but not well enough. Doherty. Oh, tried to lift that straight back in towards Kane. And Almiron will be on the run here, though. What can Newcastle do with Almiron? Matt Ritchie, and we pegged them back instantly with the press. They'll fire that forward, but it's not worked for them today, just moving that ball long and forward, because Dwight Gale has not been a match for Skriniar in the slightest. In fact, he's really struggled against Skriniar. I want Harry Winks here. And Dembele. The centre mids have done fantastic as per usual. Look, like this every time they'll win the ball back. And then Dembele now, he's got some options. And I am going to look for Harry Kane. I wanted Moura, really, to be honest with you. I probably pulled the trigger a little bit too late on that one. Well, double sub. Moura and Son coming off. Bodu and Bergwijn coming on. And we do find ourselves in a position for obviously a Yorkie and a Gareth Bale special here. Let's see what we can do. I've probably absolutely messed it up. And I have. I've hit the wall. But Doherty's now going to be gifted a fire of a shot, which is dreadful. That's back to the norm, really, with the free kicks, isn't it? Not making it over the wall. Shelby now with the shot. That's the first shot, I think, for Newcastle there. All of 70-odd minutes to get a shot off. Typical Steve Bruce, really. But yeah. Not a great shot in the end. I thought it was deflected, but apparently not. They are pressing us now, though. So, I mean, I don't know if it's a wise decision to press us, because we are a team that really can break on you, and we will break on you in situations, and that's probably not going to go in their favour, although it's been a pretty slow second half from us. And I'm going to try and fire that one in towards Harry Kane. And I do find Harry Kane, who will get a head on it. Unfortunately, it comes to nothing. Well, the Bravka's done them no service there, because he's played it straight back to us, although they get lucky that the through ball from Kane wasn't very good. Oh, they've managed to make a good run through it. Muto. Oh, the keeper's had a mare. The keeper's had a mare. What's Gazaniga doing there? What's the point in bringing him out if he's going to do that? But they're right back in it now. Newcastle, who have done absolutely nothing all game, may have an opportunity to come back. I mean, I'd have gone and got the ball, personally, in this situation. If I'm Newcastle, they've probably gone and got the ball. But apparently not. And, of course, we will take that free kick and get ready for another Yorkie special. Gareth Bale. I could never beat the wall. It's horrendous that I could never beat the wall, but I will whip it in towards Harry Kane there. And oh, that was very close to a Harry Kane hat-trick. That was mightily close to a Harry Kane hat-trick. But with 2 minutes added on, I think we should probably see this game out now. They've done that ball again. So often they've tried to play that ball. It's been very strange of them to go down that route. Consistently, again and again and again. And there we go. We'll play the ball forward to Bale for the full-time whistle. And in the end, it was a little bit closer than expected, but we dominated. Maybe should have scored more. But a 2-1 victory. Harry Kane with the double. Unlucky not to get a hat-trick. Well, unfortunately, Harry Kane has picked up an injury in the last one, but it's just muscle inflammation. He'll be back sometime in January, so I'm hoping he's not actually going to miss that much football. I don't think he will do. Well, here we go, guys. The transfer window is open, and we've instantly got some offers. Serge Aurier is requesting to renew his contract. We will renew his contract, actually. We'll just accept these terms that he's set. Absolutely fine. I don't want Serge going anywhere. He's actually turned out to be a very valuable player for us. Well, we got Foyth, who won't be renewing his contract. He wants to join another club. That's frustrating. I don't want to be losing anyone, so we will offer him a fairly decent deal. I don't want him going anywhere. I think he's been decent. If anything, we might have loaned him out, but he's a decent little player. So we'll offer him a new contract and see if he accepts it. Tandanga again wants to sign a new contract, which is fine. We'll accept that one. Troy Parrott the same. He wants to renew his contract. We'll accept that one all day long. That's absolutely fine again. And that is it for contract renewals. So, happy days. Let's go in now and sign Max Aarons. The overwhelming winner, really, of the right-back situation. There are other options that we could have gone for, but I think Max Aarons will be pretty cheap as well. You've got to add in the fact that he's English. It kind of makes sense that a team like Tottenham would sign Max Aarons, although he was linked heavily. Wow, he's 81 rated now. He was 79 when we put him on the list. Was linked heavily with Barcelona. But hopefully we could get a deal for him here. Now, we only have 27 mil. So it's going to be very dependent on whether we can get him for that 27 mil. And I've got a feeling we can't get him for that 27 mil. I'll be able to convince him to sign a deal. I could guarantee that. But I'm a little bit nervous now that we're not going to be able to sign Max Aarons. And then that leaves us in a little bit of a quandary for who we actually get at right back, because we've let Doherty go. Nervous now. Very nervous. Well, before we find out about Max Aarons, we've got this game today against Watford. They've got a decent side, to be fair to them. They've come up promoted, and their side looks more dangerous to me than the Newcastle team did. So it'll be interesting to see what we could do against them today. They've got Delafeu on the bench as well, which is surprising that he's on the bench. Harry Kane's injury obviously sees him out, so we'll start Boadu up top. Dybala's going to come back in, and how long is he out? 1 week. Okay, so I think he might miss one more game. I'm not sure. He might miss the FA Cup game, which we probably wouldn't have played him in anyway. But let's get into this game. I'm happy with the team that we've got out there. Game number 3 of today's episode, and the final one, obviously. 3 games an episode is the system we work with, and it stood us in good stead so far. Watford today, again away, 3 away games in a row, which is a little bit frustrating, but we've been very good. Our form has been very good. We played fantastically in the last 2 games. So hope that form continues across into this one, though. Well, Son did really well there to get past his man. Dybala now is going to wait for Lo Celso running. We tried to play it in towards Lucas Moura, but unfortunately we couldn't get it there. I think Watford will bring the game to us in this one. They're set up far differently to what Newcastle was, and in return what West Brom were. I think they're going to be way more difficult to deal with. Gray there. Oh, we've got enough bodies around him, but he kept the ball cleverly. Well saved. Very well saved, and it needed to be, didn't it? They're putting pressure on us early. Oh, Lucas Moura there brought down. We'll take the free kick. And Dembele now there to Davis. He'll play it back to Dembele. He's done very well there. Son is going to lay it into Moura, and surely 1-0. Lucas Moura again, boys. Lucas Moura again. And to think we nearly got rid of him. He has been so important in this season. You know, he had a bit of a mixed bag last season. Couldn't finish it. But he has hit supreme form this season. Son finds him there, and I knew once he got the ball in that position, it's 1-0. But well played, Dembele. Davis now. What can he do? He's got runners. I can spot Lucas Moura. I'm not going to find him, though. I will find Bodu's absolutely knocked everywhere. Apparently, that's not a foul. I must admit, though, Watford are playing far more aggressive than Newcastle did, or West Brom. Coming forward, they're playing really aggressive. We get lucky there with the way the ball bounced. So there is a complete different side we're playing against here in this one. They're a lot more difficult to deal with. We're not finding it anywhere near as easy as we did. I'm actually nervous when they come forward, because they're coming forward with a lot of force and a lot of bodies as well. Oh, they've managed to get the ball through here to Gray. What can Gray do? Well in, Sanchez coming across there. Well in. Wow, I've got that player face for Gray. Well in, Sanchez there getting himself back. We give the ball away too cheaply in Dembele for all his good play today. And God, that was big from Sanchez. Well, dangerous free kick, I suppose you could say. Wow, they've worked it pretty well. Gray now down the wing. It's been a bit of an iffy start for them, actually, when it comes to being clinical. Mora trying to find Dybala, and he may get the ball to Dybala. He has managed to find Dybala. What could Dybala do? Now he's going to try and pull it to Badu. Oh, well saved. Very well saved. I thought I was going to be 2-0 Tottenham. I mentioned how dangerous we could be on the break. What a ball from Lucas Moura in the end. And Dybala did beautifully to get the ball to Badu as well, but he probably needed to go the other side of the goal there. Well, we'll whip this one in. Badu is up there, and he'll get to it! Oh, is it in? Oh, my God! I thought I was going into the back of the net, but he wasn't in the end. Wow, that was close. That was close to hitting the goalkeeper and going in. I can spot Lucas Moura there, but I'm not going to be able to thread the ball through. And so close to a second. Well, Damari Gray now. Oh, sorry, not Damari Gray. Andre Gray. I need to get them right. And they nearly went through again there. We need to break away now with some force. And we're going to play this one up to try and find Son. We're not going to find him. Oh, we are going to find him. And I've hit the wrong button. I should have super cancelled. But oh well, it is what it is. Son takes that on well. Dybala now. Great footwork from Dybala. Oh, and it's going to open up for him. It is going to open up from him. No one's come to him. Oh, if he'd have slotted that ball through, it'd have been a beautiful assist from him. And great work again. But that'll be it. 1-0 at half-time. And this game's been very close. They've been a lot better than any opposition we played in today's episode so far. They've caused me a lot more problems. Very physical as well with players like Decore in the team and Ismail Sarr. As you can see, an extremely even game. The only difference is that we got the goal with Lucas Moura. Oh, they made a mistake. Badu! Oh, God, Badu. You can't put that wide, son. Maybe he should have taken a touch. They're going to bring on Deulofeu now for Pereira. And, oh, that's frustrating. They absolutely gifted us one there on the plate. The first time they've really made a mistake there at the back. And we've got to be finishing that. Dybala now. Oh, he's going to be fouled, surely. Come on, referee. What are you doing? Put your spectacles on. That was definitely a foul there, in my opinion. Well, I'm going to say that, aren't I? Because it was a foul against us. But I felt like that was a foul. And now they're going to come forward. And Deulofeu is on the pitch. Could cause us some problems. Look at Decore there. Holds back Dembele after he tackles him. And the referee gives absolutely nothing. I think we know whose side the referee's on. And again, we've struggled to break away. Defensively, they've been so solid. It's been really impressive. And we really needed to capitalise on that mistake there from Watford in that brief moment, if I'm being honest. I think we've missed a great chance there to make it 2. Well, they've brought on Danny Welbeck, and we're going to make a double substitution of our own now. We're going to bring on Bale and Gedson. Lucas Moura and Lo Celso coming off. I just want a little bit more of that creativity, and I think Lucas Moura's been lost a little bit there on the right-hand side today. Unfortunately for him, he's been brilliant for us in this episode. It's just not really come off for him in this one. You know, those kind of episodes will happen. And I want a runner. I really wanted a runner, but I couldn't get Badu to make the run, really, could I? If he wins that back there, though, that would have been unbelievable. Again, it's been a very scrappy game, to be honest with you, boys. It's been a really scrappy game. Not just from us, from Watford themselves. They haven't been great at creating. It's just kind of been a midfield battle for the majority of the game. We got lucky to get the goal when we did get it, I think. And we can't thread the ball through to Dybala. And it's been like that a lot. No team's really been very good in the final third. Gareth Bale now in a very promising position for once. Oh, he's going to take it. He's going to take it, and he's surely fouled. And I don't know what the referee's playing at here. He's definitely being pulled back there. And it's just kind of like the ref's like, nah, they're not wrong with that. It's like, come on, ref. Get on our side a little bit. Badu! Oh, but Gareth Bale, surely. And there we go. That's exactly what we needed in an extremely scrappy game. And I tell you something, if you haven't signed him on PES, give him a go. Sign Decore, because getting the ball off him in midfield, which is where we usually win the ball quite often, is near impossible. It is near impossible. But what a superb result this is going to be. Really is, and it's a beautiful ball there by Dybala to find Badu. Really is. He's got to finish it, really, but in reality, it doesn't matter. Well, we've made another sub. We're going to bring on Reguilon, and they've made a sub as well. I'm not sure who for. Player faces aren't aren't at the greatest yet. It's going to be Messina on for Janmat. The faces are going to improve, though, throughout the year, obviously. More and more faces will be added by the team, and I'm excited to see them. See the work they do, because the work they do is absolutely fantastic. Oh, try to find Bale. Bodu now. Oh, he's not scored again, but he's very close. The keeper's done fantastic there, and I'm pretty sure that went out, but it's not the end of the world. 2-0 to the good. Ismail Assar now. Can they do with it? They've been very dangerous. He does manage to get the shot off in the end, but it's well blocked. I've been nervous every time they come forward because they really do seem to have something, and if he's onside here, this is beautiful. He is onside. G. Bale. Gareth Bale seals the deal, and that's the kind of counter that Spurs are used to. He's come on the pitch and made an impact. He scored 2 goals that are going to give us a victory here. And that's the kind of Gareth Bale we expect, to be honest with you. And the kind of counter football we expect in the way that we like to play, in the way this team likes to play. And it's quick thinking by Bodu and Dybala. And I was nervous if he was onside or not. He did end up getting caught up, but I steadied him a little bit to fire the shot off. And what a fantastic result this is going to end up being, but by no means easy. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. Full time, and the scoreline flatters us a bit in that one. The scoreline definitely flatters us a bit in that one. And we learnt one lesson. When we come up against a really physical central midfield like they had in Chalobah and Decore, we're going to struggle a little bit. They were very good. So after the 3 matches in today's episode, Tottenham are still sat in 4th place, but we've given ourselves a big gap now between, 5th and 6th, which means we're probably going to finish top 4. And I think as long as we continue on that run, we will. But we've also closed the gap. We are now only 2 points behind Liverpool and 4 points behind Arsenal, as Manchester City have taken a lead in the league. So in the second half of the season, there is real potential here with this Tottenham side to climb and climb and climb, depending on what results we can get against the bigger teams. So we've heard back about Max Aarons, and the negotiations have broken down. So we can't sign Max Aarons. So probably what we'll do at the start of the next episode is look at the other right backs we've got on our list and see who we can sign. But I was thinking for 27 million, we'd probably be able to sign someone like Max Aarons, but apparently not. And that leaves us in a bit of a sticky situation because he's gone. Also, we're going to have to transfer list Foyth. I kind of wanted to keep him. Maybe he'll raise us enough money to sign Max Aarons. I wanted to keep him, but he won't re-sign a contract, and I really don't want to lose him on a free. The rest of the players did re-sign their contracts, though, so that's happy for us. So I suppose the big question after that episode is do we up the difficulty, or do we continue this season on the difficulty and see how we find it? That is probably the big question. I'm open to upping the difficulty if you guys think we are. I think we're on top player at the minute, so we'd be going up to superstar, I think is what we would go up to. And I'm more than willing to do that if you guys think that's the right direction to take the series in. I want it to be just enjoyable for you guys. So if you think we should make that change, we will make that change. But in the next episode, we will take on Burnley in the FA Cup, Brighton and Everton in the league, and hopefully we'll sign a right back. There's no hopefully about it. We need to sign a right back. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all the new people around here. If you are new to this series and to these videos, please hit subscribe. It helps me massively. If you hit the like button, again, helps me massively as we continue to grow on YouTube, pushing hopefully for 1K by Christmas. I would appreciate all that support, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.